Hey y'all, good morning. This is AL Think Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. I was scared a little bit to turn to the side because y'all I'm gonna get to it. Just understand. I've had a interesting night. So first of all, what I have on currently is what I had on last night when I attended this concert. So I went to the Calvin Richardson experience. That was my date to myself. I ended up taking myself out on a date essentially. For that, I planned it. I have always wanted to see that man in concert. For whatever reason, when he first came out, he did not pop, and I did not understand. Like when I mean first came out, I said the sun is going down and I'm falling out of like all of that. Like very first album, all of, I didn't understand. That man sounded the same. Like it's like anyway, anyway. But yeah, it took like his song being played on a Love and Hip Hop background moment that was random, and I was like, I know that ain't not no Calvin Richardson song. Like I'm so serious, y'all. I live for Calvin Richardson, and so they sat up there and they finally given that man his due. Like he been traveling, he's been touring and all this other stuff, and I love it. He has grayed or he's white haired now as far as this because he don't have no hair. But I live body every listen. Calvin Richardson is the type of dude that I feel like even if you're a good girl that's nice and all of that, if you got with him, he would have you like having a mental breakdown and you would end up snapping and you might have stabbed him just a little bit or something because he was a little bit too friendly with the heifers in the crowd. And I'm like, he even got a song or two that he be talking about, that's just the business that I'm into. Sir, no. No. Y'all, listen, the way that man worked the crowd was like, I had to keep reminding myself, this man is married. This man is married. And then this one helper was in the crowd. So I said, take your shirt off. I was like, girl. But anyway, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. But Calvin Richardson, I'm serious. It's like when I saw the way he was working the crowd, I was like, I kind of can see and understand why some of these women cut their men and get to fighting folks over their man. I kind of can see it a little bit. I kind of I understand because I really be like, girl, I ain't finna get in no fight over no man. If I gotta do all this, they ain't my man. I believe that too, but it's like I see it. Anyway, I'm sorry. He just be doing something, and I just be like, what? And then he got this flirtation. So stop, Calvin. Stop it. Anyway, so okay, so let me lead up to the concert because I really only have like one negative to report, and I had no idea about it. So I already knew in advance months ago that I wanted to go to this. I have lived for Calvin Richardson since I first heard of him, which was when he first came out. And I said to myself, no, I gotta go. I forgot about the tickets. Something happened whenever they said, oh, the tickets are gonna be available, whatever. I said, all right. I had forgotten, and like a week or two had gone by or something like that. And by the time I thought about it, the closest seat was going to be like 6 or 7 rows away. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let me just get it. I should be able to still see him good enough to where even with my naked eye, without me having to zoom in on a phone, I can still see this man, which was the truth. And I was here for it, but I wasn't here for this. Y'all, tell me why I got up in there. I did all of this to get here. First of all, the parking was almost $20. It literally basically was $20. Thank God that the parking attendant was so sweet because I'm over here kind of getting nervous because it's getting closer to the time for everything to start. I like being places like that, especially if I don't know where I'm going. I like being early so I can have time to, mess up. Like if I'm a mess up or if I'm going the wrong way, that will allot me some more time to correct it and get where I need to get before it's time. So I ended up leaving home later than I wanted to anyway. But then I was like, all right, it ain't that far away. It's all right. It ain't gonna be that bad because I'm in Montgomery, so it's not that far. So then I start going, and as I get closer, the traffic started getting thick, and I'm like, what's going on right here? So I'm guessing ASU or somebody had a game or something. Cause I was like, dang, this ain't telling me nowhere near. Like I got like 2-3 more miles to go. Why this saying why all this congestion right here? Why the police setting it off right here and directing traffic? Like this got something to do with Calvin or what? But I think they had some kind of game going on. Okay, so then I finally get through that, and I'm getting closer to the street, and then I start seeing people eventually, and I'm like, okay, but I'm not trying to walk like that. I'm fat, baby. Like, listen, I'm at a level of fat right now. I might not make it into the event right now. That's how fat I am right now, and I'm working on it. Trust me. I'm not trying to get no excuse. Like, I hate walking anyway. I always have hated walking, but it's a different level now to where I don't even like to stand or walk longer than like 5-10 minutes at a time because it's so much weight on me. It make my back start hurting, and I have never in my life experienced that until now, like in recent months, because of all that depression weight I put on. But anyway, I'm working on it. That's in progress. So I'm looking and I'm like, no, I don't know what's going on with the parking. I could tell people are coming from somewhere else, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not finna walk like that. No, I need. It's got to be something else I can do. So I come across the parking, and I end up going into the parking deck, which I don't like parking decks. And then Montgomery don't know what they're doing when it comes to parking decks because they had the audacity to have two-way traffic in this parking deck. And I'm like, my car is considered normal size or compact size or whatever, but I still needed all of the room for my vehicle to safely turn, navigate corners and all that as I'm going up and coming down and all of this other stuff. And I'm just like, most of these people are not adhering to the 5 mile per hour that you're supposed to go so that, you can be ready if somebody pulling out or turning the corner the same time you turning it. I'm just like, Lord, please don't let me have no accident up here because somebody ignorant. I'm talking about these people really was flying. So anyway, I pulled up. The parking attendant was amazing. And, I'm nervous because I'm just like, I'm already late. Late to me. The concert hadn't started or nothing. It's late to me. So I'm trying to figure out how I even get in the building. They over here got signs and stuff on the part of the building that you can't even enter the door on. So this whole time I've been thinking that that's the entrance and it ain't. So I just sat up here, and by the time I got through parking and tried to follow the directions that were given to me about going to the first floor, and that would be leading me to where I need to go because the place is connected to the building. I'm trying to see and figure it out, and I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. So I end up going outside thinking all I gotta do is go outside and then turn to the right, and then the building gonna be right there. Like I said, end up finding out that's not even never a way for you to even go in. Never in life. Ain't never been a way for you to go in, I guess. So I done walk all the way around the building. I done made basically a whole circle. Then finally happened upon where I was supposed to go for them to start checking our tickets. So go in, they check our tickets, and I'm like, all right. Everybody and their mama right there. They at the concession stands. They getting alcoholic beverages and all this other stuff. I'm like, baby, I don't care. I just want to go to the bathroom. I don't have to pee, but I want to go so I can make sure that I'm prepared just in case. I'm going to make sure I go ahead and note this so y'all will know ahead of time. Earlier that morning, I had the smart idea to, do a colon cleanse, right? Listen, I've always had that idea in my mind. I'm like, yeah, Friday. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do that Friday. So I bought this stuff from this woman trying to support Black-owned businesses, right? They have a plate in my face. I don't even want to go on that in this moment. But anyway, I bought these bitters from her. And so the first time I used the recommended amount that you're supposed to start out with, it didn't do nothing. So I was like, I'm going to drink the rest of the bottle. They don't recommend that you drink an entire bottle in one sitting, but 25% of the bottle was gone. And so I was like, well, either it ain't going to do nothing at all like it did the first time, or it's going to do a little bit this time. I'm guessing. So it did something this time. It wasn't to the point where I needed to just be sitting in the bathroom, sitting on ready. But I literally would have 15 to 30 seconds, if that. If I wasn't in there, it was gonna get to getting. So, but I made sure to drink it, and by 6:30 a.m., I had all of it. I drank all of it, and I had like 4 bottles of water. And at this point, I'm like, dang, 4 bottles of water must not have been enough. Okay. So keep in mind, this is the same day that I had to see what time my friend wanted me to meet up with her, because I have to deliver her birthday cake to her. Even though her birthday was not yesterday, her birthday is coming up. And she was already going to be in the city. So she was like, well, after my appointments, she had like, pampering appointments and stuff that she was doing here. She does pretty much everything here in Montgomery. She was like, I can meet you then. And where she wanted to meet me wasn't that far from where I live. So I was like, yeah, girl, okay. That's a whole nother, I don't even know if I'm gonna post that video because it was crazy. Anyway, so I'm worried in that moment while I'm waiting on her, like, ooh, is my stomach gonna try me? Because I got a decent amount going and up out, but I'm like, ooh, Lord. It held out. But anyway, back to last night. Sorry, it's just so many. I don't know. So I end up having to walk around the building, finally get inside. I went to the bathroom. So I'm excited because when I walk in the door, Return of the Mac come on. So at first I was about to start setting it off. Luckily I didn't, because I would have been embarrassed. Let me explain to y'all why. So I'm enjoying the vibe. Like, the music is bumping. Everybody enjoying themselves. A few of the people that were already in there were enjoying themselves. So when I come in there, everybody named Mama that's on staff want to know where I'm sitting so that they can help direct me. And I'm like, okay, get to my seat. Why when I get to my seat? I'm trying not to have a flashback. I'm trying not to. Why when I get to my seat, I can't fit in the seat? I have never in life experienced this. Now, when I say I can't fit in the seat, I mean, I'm so wide, like my hips, as squishy, as soft as I am, I couldn't maneuver my body to fit in the seat. I ain't never, when I say I'm fat, baby, been fat for I don't know how long. I ain't never experienced this ever in life. But this is the problem. The way their seating is that they have armrests, they have cup holders in them, but you can't move them. I was just like, so when I realized that, I'm like, oh, well, let me move this cup holder. Child, please. I said, what am I supposed to do? Y'all, when I tell y'all, so I tried to stand up, put the seat down, and then like think I could sink my body down into, where the cup holders and stuff, in between the armrest. Child, please. I was sitting on top of it. I said, oh my God. When I tell y'all, I started texting my friend. I said, oh my gosh, I don't even understand what's happening right now. I ain't never in my life. This is embarrassing. I done paid all this money for this seat. I can't even sit in this seat. Y'all, I had to sit on the edge of the seat. And the whole time I'm like, should I get up and walk up out of here and just call this a loss? Because despite the fact that I've been wanting to see this man for forever and a day, child, I'm uncomfortable already. Like, thank God I'm short at this point, because my body, I was at the edge of the seat, right? I couldn't go back no further. The way that my body would sit in the seat, it's like the armrest that was right here was stabbing me in my right butt cheek. and and so I was kind of like sitting sideways inadvertently, kind of like this. So now my left side of my back trying to hurt, but then the right side of my back trying to catch a cramp in it. Cause I just was just like, what in the... I had no idea those seats were like that. I have never in life, never. I have been various places, and I've had to sit in seats. I never had to be an issue. The only thing that I ever had a fear of when it came to seating was booth seating, and like getting up on like tall bar stools or whatever because I'm short and I'm clumsy. That was my reasoning for that. And certain people like to look at you when you're trying to get up there and you're jiggly and all of that. But as far as like bar, what's them things called? What I just said, the booth seating. Baby, do the tables move or not? Because I have to fit all of this. I gotta fit this in there at the table, baby. And I got all of this back here. Y'all can't see that right now. But I got all of this that's gonna be sitting in the boot. Y'all, oh my God. Wait, why I just rubbed my booty. Y'all, I'm scared. I need to go look in the mirror because I really feel like I got a bruise. I feel like I got a bruise. Not only a bruise, and it's like I said to myself, I'm probably gonna have a bruise, but I think it's like raised up from where that was stabbing me in my butt all night. Oh my God. Oh my, y'all. And I didn't realize that until just now. Oh my God. Lord, have mercy. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is crazy to me. But anyway, so I'm texting my friend. This is the birthday girl, mind you. I'm texting her, and it's like, it's not super late yet. It's like right before 8 o'clock. So I'm texting her before 7:30. And I said, I can't believe this. And I ain't never seen nothing like. She was like, wait a minute, where did you go? Because she forgot where I told her it was being held. And so once I told her, she said, oh yeah, girl, those seats are unforgiving. Oh my gosh. She was like, what are you going to do? Because I told her, I said, I'm contemplating leaving. Like, I can't even sit comfortably. The one thing that I usually can count on is being able to have a moment to rest my whole body. And, when I'm sitting down, feet killing me, feet on fire, like knees hurting, compacted in. Like, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I really sat there and I said, ain't nobody on either side of me yet. Like, nobody was on my row yet. So this whole time, I'm like, baby, maybe I need to just get up out of here and just go home and just go to sleep. Like, so eventually these two ladies came. And at first in my mind, I kept saying, well, whoever's sitting on this side of me, it would make more sense for them to come in on the other side because I'm more on this side of the orchestra seating. But no, of course they came in on this side. So I had to stand up. Like, I could stand up and let them by. But, of course, they sat next to me. So, yeah, that was cool. Because the woman was smaller than me. And she was hype. And, she didn't seem mad that we were, I don't even want to say up on each other. But I don't be liking to be up in nobody's space or feeling like I'm in nobody's space. And that's how I felt a little bit. But they were cool. So then the other people came, like, way later. And the woman who was sitting next to me, she was, I think she had a little bit to drink. Like, she was a little tipsy. But she was cool. She ain't had no issues. She was, the dress she had on was cute or whatever, right? So I ain't had no issues with anybody. But I had to sit at the edge of my seat the entire time. Sorry. Anyway, so on to the concert. So the MC was MC Lightfoot. I don't know how many of y'all ever heard of him, but I've heard of that man like pretty much my entire life. So this was my first time experiencing him. And I, even when I saw the flyer for it, I was like, man, I don't know who that is. But I'd have heard of them for forever. But I just want to hear Calvin Richardson sing. That's all I want to do. ChrisetteMichelle was on the program, on the bill, all the other good stuff or whatever, child. It's some boy named Justin from somewhere in North Carolina. I kept trying to find the social media. I don't know. And I'm just like, y'all didn't put his name on the stuff. So it's not like I can look his social media up and try to blow him up because he can sing, but he just was doing, he was doing too much. Jesus. I was like, sorry, what is wrong? And it was funny because when MC Lightfoot said something about him, it was like a little group of women that apparently knew of his existence, and they was like, "Wow!" And I was like, "Girl, who is he? Like, what's going on here?" But first of all, MC Lightfoot is a fool. I guess he a comedian. I don't know. And if he ain't, he need to be one. I think he is gonna be at the Ricky Smiley and Friends thing that's gonna happen for our homecoming and all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to that. Yeah. But MC Lightfoot is a whole fool. That man kept changing his clothes every single time he came out. He had on another outfit, different pair of shoes. He had this ugly. Let me stop. He had this shirt on, and he said it's $1,500, so he gonna wear it and he gonna do this. And this man did the most. And I was like, why is that a $1,500 shirt? It must be naturally cooling or something, because I don't understand what the appeal was supposed to be. But okay. Anyway, so but yeah, he was funny. He did great introducing everybody. He had great crowd engagement. He had us in the hollering. Whoever the DJ, what's his name? DJ Larceny? Listen, DJ Larceny did. I ain't gonna hold you. You could okay. So this ain't no dig at him, but you could tell he was older than me. Let me just put it like that. But that man did what he did, and I was like, all right, then. Wait a minute, sir. Listen, he was doing it. He was really doing what he was doing. So they had like this whole thing, like they were able to like really mesh. They even had a moment where it made it seem like they were getting mad at each other. Well, he like Lightfoot was getting mad at him, like he wasn't playing what he wanted him to play, and they were like, it's like he went off to the side, and he was like motioning like he was cussing him out, and it was funny. But anyway, so every now and again, in between acts, MC Lightfoot will come back out and entertain us, and we would sing more songs together and all this other stuff, right? So the first musical act was, like I said, some dude named Justin. I forgot who they said he was through, and I kept trying to look for him. I'm gonna continue to try to look for him, but I was just like, y'all ain't had a boy on the thing. Like, even when I used to go to all the concerts I went to, all of the people who were gonna be there, even if they were nobodies to everybody else, their name was on there, so we could at least find their social media and all this other stuff. He didn't say what his social media was for us to try to look him up, so I don't know. I have to find it. If I ever find it, I'll just put it down in the comment section, because I'm not gonna find it before I post this video. So then, Lightfoot came out after he left. First, wait, I almost forgot. Wait a minute, y'all. Why this boy did one of his songs, or one of the songs he did, and he came out and he wanted to work the crowd, right? Child, that was a bodyguard. That was a bodyguard that came out. And we was just like, what he got a bodyguard for? But anyway, that boy had a bodyguard. I was like, oh, they got money like that to have a bodyguard for him too? Boy, you better get that check. Whoever that bodyguard was, I was like, boy, you better get that check. And I was just so done. Like, they really was doing the most. And I was just like, y'all really serious about this? Y'all, this boy got a bodyguard. Okay. We was in the crowd dying. But anyway, so when he got off the stage, Lightfoot came back out again. Then ChrisetteMichelle came out. So when she started, I was confused, because I was like, well, dang, Lightfoot's mic is louder than a mug. She needed whatever mic he had. Because it's like, you can hear her singing, but I was just like, it's like she was struggling. It kept sounding like she was struggling to get her voice to project or something. I don't know. I was just like, what's going on with her mic? So it got better as the day progressed, as her set progressed. She did that Blame It On Me song. She did a little bit of Epiphany. She did one new song that she apparently came down to Montgomery and worked with musical geniuses here with. to compose called I'm Home or Home or something like that, some newer song of hers. Um yeah. So she did like 4 5 songs and then she left out. um Before I forget, because I feel like I'm gonna forget, she came back later on, like right before Calvin Richardson was gonna go on, and she sat in the audience. She had changed her clothes and she sat in the audience in the very front row. And I was like, before Lightfoot or anybody even said it, I was like, oh, this heifer came back up in here to watch him. I know that's right, girl. Cause girl, I know that's right. Cause look at him. Child, she might not have ever seen him before. I don't know if she never saw him in concert and wanted to see him, but he is everything. So I understand, girl. But anyway, so then Lightfoot came back out and did his thing, and then we ended up having an intermission because they had to continue setting up everything. They had a whole screen and everything for him. I was like, y'all doing a lot, but okay. I ain't mad at it. So he ended up introducing him. Apparently they are friends and talk all the time and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay then. Child, Calvin Richardson came out and I was just like, that man is married. Woo, he married. Go somewhere and sit down, sir. Like, Calvin, just he wanted. I'm trying. I don't know if I said this earlier in this particular video because I've tried to do this video a couple of times. But Calvin Richardson really is one of them people where I understand why people have set it off over their men. He one of them where it's like it'll bring out a little crazy. It's like all right now. All right now, don't make me have to cut you like you might have to cut him a little bit or something. It's like I had to stab him a little bit because why? Like I think Calvin has cheated, be cheating or something. He got that type of personality. He got that personality. He was working that crowd, baby. That he was doing a lot, and I would be surprised if he ain't never cheat on his wife. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just keep it at that. But I've always been here for Calvin Richardson. That's all I'm gonna say. And he looked good, gray, white, or whatever you want to say the color of his beard is. He looked good. Because I remember when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. See, like him, David Banner, and Method Man. Whew. It'd be the gray for me. It'd be the gray for me. I'm like, whoa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah. Okay, so he did it said the sun is going down and I'm falling out of love and I don't want to put you down because you taught me how to love. He did that. I was like, he do that. I was gonna set it up, but he did do that. I was here for it. He did a couple of Bobby Womack songs like I figured he would. He did what is it called? Across 110th Street. A lot of people was in there not knowing, and I was like, y'all older than me, how y'all know that song? That's a Bobby Womack song, for goodness sake. And then he did the other song, Do Them Thing. I live for it. Do them thing to keep a smile on her face. Say them things to make you feel better every day. Man, you got to stay on your P's and Q's. If you don't, the woman you can easily lose. I done love that I've lost. Come on now. How you don't know Bobby Womack's Gotta Have It, baby? That's another Bobby Womack song. I was here for it. The one song he didn't do, and I was like, how dare you? So when I put my little post up for my family and friends to see of me, I put, what's that song? I can't think of it right now, but I'll put it right here, I think, or in the comment section or something. But yeah, I be living for him. He did one of his new songs, something about Ready for the Weekend or something like that. And one of his other songs that he did, dang it, did he do Unreasonable? I don't remember. But anyway, I recorded, all the things he did. So, whatever he did, I saw it. I was trying to be in the moment, but it was so much listen, when that man came out, I said, hey God, right? Because it was over with. It got to a point where if you weren't standing up or up there at the stage, you were not gonna see him, like, at all. And I was like pretty much center. And I saw him the majority of the time. But the people in Alabama don't be caring. Them heifers did not care. I forgot what song he was singing. All them heifers crowded around him. It was like this. I'm talking about all in the way. This one woman in front of me was with her whole husband and was tired of her spirit because he was about to sing a song that we all wanted to hear. And they all grabbing on him. And he's very personal. He reaching out. He grabbing you. And I'm like, boy, I ain't got time for this. Or whatever that song was. He ended up having roses and was giving out roses during like 2 different songs. Then he eventually came out and walked down the carpet, walked down the aisle. He literally walked down I said, of course. I said, I ain't even finna try to get up. Because if I would have got up, he would have gave me one. Because listen, I had so many people compliment me. I was like, I feel so ugly. And I'm so overweight. And I just feel disgusting. But I had so many compliments before I even walked in the door. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah. The stuff, like, listen. What they call this? The cold shoulder or something, like, baby. That's my birthmark. But yeah. Baby, this supposed to be a dress. But it would have been all up my butt crack. So, like, I'm the type of person that I know for a fact that it's really supposed to be a dress, but I can pull it off as a blouse. So, that's what I be doing. And then people like, girl, where you get that top from? Baby, this a dress, but I got it from here. Listen, I was cute. I was cute a little bit. Shoot, I think I was a little bit. But they were setting it off, and I was like, oh, I really be thinking I be looking a mess. I know my bottom half looked a mess because I'm going through, but it's all right. But, yeah, Calvin, oh no, I can't think of that song. Oh, I wanted him to do, Take Care of You. I live for that. That's another, Bobby Womack song. But I like his rendition. It's like, I feel like if you're going to cover a song, you're going to have to do it right. Like, if you think you're lonely now, how Casey and JoJo did that. If you're going to cover a song, you need to cover it right. So yeah, I don't know if y'all know that song. I think he did do a little bit of that though. I know you've been hurt by someone else. I can tell by the way you carry yourself. But if you will let me, here's what I do. I take care of you. I have loved and lost the same as you. Listen, it's the way he be singing that song. I can't sing, but just go listen to I'll Take Care of You. I live for his version. Because I remember when I first got hip to who he was, like when I first got on to him and I started listening to his music, I was like, wait a minute, why that song sound familiar? Whose song is this? And I had to start realizing, I said, oh, these songs, Bobby Womack songs. I wasn't mad at it, but I was like, okay. I like the little twist he be putting on the Bobby Womack songs. Yeah, because he do, That's the Way I Feel About You. And I like his little rendition of how he do it. I like it. I think that might have been one of the songs he did when he was passing out flowers. I have the video. I don't remember. But yeah. I was just trying to be in the moment. I was just happy to see that man. And I was in the process of trying to ignore. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. MC Lightfoot, like all the stuff that was going on, it was distracting me from the fact that I was in excruciating pain. Like, knees, feet, booty, like, back in excruciating pain. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm embarrassed. Like, I was so embarrassed at first. So, yeah. So I did enjoy myself. I might post some pictures and things off up and through here. I don't know. Because I'll be looking at food, but we'll see. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.
This is my first radio single in 8 years. Can you believe that?
You can eat